Tonight, you feel like?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Been frustrated, but doing my best to get through. I've had a lot of support from my teammates and the staff, so just the hardest thing is being injured in this league. I mean, games come by every single day, and it doesn't get easier as you get older, so I'm just grateful I could be active tonight. Just give it a go.
This is the second time, obviously, you've had a kind of freak occurrence happen. I mean, what does that tell you about kind of life as an NBA player?
Yeah, no, it's sports, man. It's professional sports, and basketball is an art form, but it's also physical combat. A lot of grabbing, a lot of holding, a lot of high intensity games and possessions. So you want to be as healthy as you can be. It's the regular season, so you want to be smart and think about the big picture. But for me, again, the frustration, I try not to get too ahead of myself and just wait until my body's in a good place. And just try to put myself in a greater position than I was before I got injured, and just work my way back, man. Getting injured is just like taking 3 steps back, then you got to work 5 steps to get forward, or work to get 5 steps. So that's been the focus now, is just getting as healthy as I could and just letting this rest, and now just giving it a go and just test it out tonight.
How much harder has it been just not being there months or years?
Man, it's to be honest with you, it's one of the hardest things to do is sit on the sidelines. As a person that loves the game as much as I do, it gets harder, it gets tougher to sit more games, and I want to be out there, and that's just where I stand with all this, man.
What did you see while you've been sitting?
I mean, we're in a lot of games possessions wise, but I think we just need to continue to find that continuity down the stretch and not put so much pressure on Luka to bail us out every single time, and allow other guys to play their roles at a high level. And I think we've been doing a great job of it. We just have to continue to find that consistency, as I've been saying since the beginning of the season. A lot of teams don't take it easy on us, as they shouldn't. But we got to just be able to rise up to the occasion and the opportunity to play the game for 48 minutes straight, complete game. I feel like we played 30 minutes, 35 minutes, get a little frustrated, have a few leads in games, and then we let go. And this is not just while I'm not playing, but it's also while I'm playing. So we're just getting smarter as a team and developing that continuity.
Are you on a mid restriction?
No, I don't plan on it. Hopefully J-Kid doesn't put me on a mid restriction, but no, I don't plan on it, man. It wasn't like I was injured down lower body. It was just getting myself more acclimated on how I'm going to be able to catch the ball and make these calibrative thoughts and rhythm moves. Like, my game is based off so many nuances that people don't see. So just get out there and see what it feels like tonight.
With it being your
podcast last week, he said one of the things that you would have to be working through is when you drive it into traffic, there's going to be a lot of hands down. Is that the biggest concern you got tonight?
It's one of the concerns, but I had to mentally prepare for that, and that's what these past few games or past few days have been like. It's just mentally preparing for when it's going to get hit, how it's going to get hit, how I'm going to catch passes. I didn't imagine that the swipe down on that first possession against JT would linger on to a sprained thumb, and then I wouldn't be able to catch with my right hand in the first 3-4 days. So just working through the pain and working on my tolerance. That's really what it takes as an athlete in this stance. And when you're injured or you have a knick-knack injury, and it's on your shooting hand or it's in a type of place on your body where you don't really have control on how people are going to pass you the ball or when the defender's going to swipe down. So you just got to make adjustments and be a warrior out there, really. That's what it takes, man. Just mentally preparing for what's going to come. Man, I'm always in pain. Always in pain, just like any other human being waking up. But, for me, I have a great team around me, and the staff's done a great job supporting me and getting me back.
A couple of weeks ago, you guys were in good position, 7 games over 500.
Yeah.
Is there do you worry about kind of pressing as a team to kind of get back to where you guys were?
Yeah, I think that's part of sports, though. That's part of our job, is that pressure. You see the rankings, you see the standings, you see where teams are positioning themselves before the trade deadline, and we'll get a better look on how teams position themselves after the trade deadline. But we're pretty much done the first half of the season. We're in our second half. So we pretty much know who we are as a team identity-wise, and we're still developing it into a team that trusts each other throughout situations where some guys are down or banged up. A lot of this has just been a test for how we handle things when guys are in and out of the lineup. We don't want it to be like this. in the second half of the season or towards the playoffs. So God willing, prayers up that we stay healthy. We've had some unfortunate freakish accidents, but no one feels bad for us. The fans are always gonna be talking. The media's always gonna be talking because we are one of those teams to be reckoned with when we're fully healthy. We've shown them the capability. We've shown that we have the ability to play with the best and beat the best. Now we just got to get healthy and find that consistency throughout this process, man.
Appreciate it.
But with the
It's a thoughts on Embiid, what he's going through.
Yeah, man, it's never easy to see a brother go through, a situation like he's going through right now or circumstances. He's had a few injuries prior to this, but this one seems pretty significant where he has to miss a lot of time. He's having an MVP year again. Should be two-time MVP if he, was to continue this season. I'm nothing but proud of him, man. He's done a great job of getting himself in great shape and putting the Philadelphia 76ers in a spot where they're in contention every single year. So they definitely got a lot better. He got a lot better. But at this point, just wishing him well, wishing him a safe recovery, speedy recovery, and take his time healing back, man. He's a special player to watch. I enjoy watching him, and what he's been doing, or what he was doing prior to his injury was nothing short of spectacular.